Joining me today for our Friday Spotlight program here on KSJE, Staci Zweschper is here from the Lift Each Other Up Foundation. And welcome to KSJE. It's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Scott. It's an honor to be here.
Well, thank you. And tell me about the foundation. This is relatively a new entity, correct?
It is. It is. We are a 501c3 organization. We got our affiliation as far as a 501c3 on, I believe it was June.
Okay.
And
so not too long ago at all, just a couple of months ago.
We're brand new, yeah. And we did our little kickoff and ribbon cutting ceremony and all of that with the chamber, and a yoga with the mayor.
Yes.
Is what we did.
Right. Now, is he a yoga person? I'm not familiar that the mayor has yoga skills.
He's got skills.
Good for him.
Yes.
Okay.
He's got big skills, yeah.
Good for him.
So we did a class honoring our first responders, and we did it behind the museum.
Beautiful spot.
Right, and that was trying to get a draw of people out there to just realize how beautiful it is. Sometimes we forget just how beautiful our backyard is, but we did that. We probably had, I'd say, 70 people that came.
Nice.
And it was our initial fundraiser, and that money now goes to offering free yoga classes to our first responders. So I can either go to them and do classes, or they can come and do free classes in the Solden. So, which is a studio that I have.
That's
in my
your
backyard.
other side of your business, right? The commercial side of what you do.
Yes.
And so to offer this to these first responders, and the idea is to help them relax, to help them. I'm not a yoga person. I'm probably showing that very clearly with my questions, but help me understand what that means then to a first responder to be able to offer free yoga classes to them.
So yoga is fantastic for helping you relieve stress, trauma. I mean, what they see on a daily basis, I'm sure, is just beyond anything we can imagine. Anxiety, depression, it's just, to me, if you ask me, and I am somewhat biased, but yoga heals everything. It's really focusing on the energy body. We focus a lot more on our physical body or masking symptoms, but what yoga does is truly help heal our life force energy flow, and is great for being able to assist in relieving stress and anxiety, depression, trauma, helping people with addiction. And that's kind of where we're wanting to go in the future with all of this. Right now, I'm offering free yoga classes on Saturday mornings for our teachers going back to school because...
Talk about stress.
Right. And if this is something that I could have learned at a younger age... I mean, to be able to manage negative energy and find that calm within, which is what I'm really hoping teachers will come and learn and then relay that to students. But we're also hoping to be able to get into the public schools more. I started this off actually before I even had the foundation by doing some free yoga classes, community yoga classes at the schools towards the end of the year last year and around testing time.
Okay.
And that went really well, which then somebody kind of put a bug in my ear about, starting a foundation and, generating funding for this. And hopefully some grant writing will take place. That's not my specialty, so if anybody out there is a grant writer. Right.
Call Staci.
Yes.
There you go. That's true.
But yeah, so I would love to take it to the schools. I would love to take it to recovery centers, to, our homeless shelter, our women's shelter, to veterans. So the opportunities are endless, but I really started this to be able to, one, give back to those who serve our community, and then two, to those who may not have the means of being able to attend a yoga class at this point in time in their life. They may be at a crossroads and they need lifted up, if you will. So.
And I know for a lot of folks who do yoga, they're big fans. I mean, they're big supporters, and they swear by it because it's life-changing for many folks. And so is that kind of what got you involved as well? Because I imagine there was a time in your life pre-yoga.
Yes.
And you have suddenly seen the light.
Yes. Actually,
talk to me a little bit about that.
It was 9 years ago this month, actually, that I walked into, that was my Facebook memory that popped up not too long ago when I made my post, like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing I've ever done. And that was a memory that popped up for about 9 years ago. I went to my first hot yoga class. And at that time, I was in pharmaceutical sales. Prior to that, I was in radio advertising sales.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
And prior
And I
to
imagine
that,
both of those are fairly stressful.
they are.
Right.
And prior to that, I was in the United States Army. So,
Again, another stressful career.
Right. So, I was a young mom. Well, I wasn't. My kids were young. I was an old mom. 37 and 39 is when I had my kids. So, it was just a time where I was given to everybody but myself. And I was in a career that I was very good at, but I didn't really like. It was probably sucking my soul more than it was feeding it. And I had a friend invite me to go to hot yoga. I'm like, that sounds really not interesting at all.
Right.
But she worked on me and finally got me in there. When I walked out, I was like, wow, I just couldn't believe it. I had no idea. And where I felt it most was in my head. Just being able to clear my mind and, peel back a layer or blow out a cobweb is what I call it. And I just knew that it was something that was the ticket. At that time, I'd gone to, doctors and counselors, and I swore there was something wrong with me. So what do? They want to prescribe medication. But then you turn around and you're walking around like a zombie half the time. So I remember the instructor telling me, we'll get you off of all of those. And I'm thinking, how are you going to do that? So it just really intrigued me to learn more about the practice and how it was affecting my body. And so I practiced regularly for a couple years, and then decided I want to become an instructor. So I announced to my family I was going to quit my job in pharmaceutical sales and become a yoga instructor.
How'd that go over? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying maybe the income levels are maybe a bit.
Which was what brought us to
separate.
Farmington, because hubby needed to get a better job,
Okay.
and he found it here.
Good.
So, So from that point forward, I started teaching yoga, and then I got my certification, and then we moved here, and there were no real hot yoga studios, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do now? So I started teaching in the front bedroom of my house.
Okay.
And I could fit 3-4 people in there, and then I got my master certification, and that gave me the ability to be able to train others to become yoga instructors. So I probably trained, mentored, inspired, certified 20 other instructors in Farmington, maybe.
Wow. Right.
And that has opened up other yoga studios in the area. So truly it shifts the whole energy of the community. When you raise your vibration, I say it all the time, we raise the vibration of everyone we come in contact with. So it just, it was just a goal of mine. When I came to this town, I'm like, what is a town with no yoga?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
we got to do something about that. So.
And are you seeing a difference?
Absolutely. I am. I can tell a total difference from when we first moved here versus now. Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice. And so these events that you're doing, now Yoga with the Mayor, that wasn't hot yoga with the mayor.
No, it was outside.
Outside yoga.
Most of the events I've been doing are outdoor events this summer that we've done. So,
Of course, it can still be pretty hot in the summer in Farmington, New Mexico. But when you talk hot yoga, you mean really hot yoga, right?
I do. I mean, like sweaty.
Yeah. Right. And that by design.
Yes.
That's what it's
exactly
designed to do.
But it's great. It's detoxifying. I mean, we don't have humidity here, so we
That's
don't
true.
sweat. And
No.
it's so healthy and healing to be able to truly sweat. So.
That's true. Take a trip back east, everybody, if you want to know
Exactly.
what that's like. Because, that's it. Just walk outside.
Right.
Or Houston, I think, would do it too.
Yes.
Texas, there's a lot of sweat there too.
Yes.
But yes, so you're doing these events, and you have another event coming up too that I want to talk to you about.
I do.
It's happening soon, and so let me show our viewers a little bit about what that is. Yoga with Special Olympics athletes, right?
Yes.
Coming up September 28th.
Yes, we are doing that. It's going to be at Civitan Park North, and it's really an appreciation day for the Special Olympics athletes. But I'm going to join them and offer a yoga class for them as well.
Nice.
So if it's open to the public, if you'd like to come out and get a hug from an athlete and do some yoga, you are more than welcome.
Free event?
Free
for
event,
folks to
yes,
come out. And maybe,
yes.
so if you're thinking about maybe doing yoga or interested in yoga, this would be a good introduction perhaps to it?
Absolutely. It'll be at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, we would love to have you.
Got you. And so, again, for someone who's not a yoga person, how much physical fitness do you need to have to do yoga? Can you do it at your own pace? I mean, is it one of those things that all
Absolutely.
ages could probably do
You know
some
what?
type of yoga?
I have everyone from 5-year-olds to 75-year-olds in my class. Every shape, size. It is truly for everybody and every body.
Okay.
So modifications to everything. So please do not be intimidated by it. You can go at your own pace. You can lay there the whole time and just focus on your breathing and being in the present moment, which that in itself is truly healing.
Right.
So yeah.
And a
Anybody.
typical session lasts about how long?
About an hour, a little over, maybe.
Okay.
Hour, 5-10 minutes, depending on how long you want to kind of lay there and soak it all up. But
Now,
yeah.
I can see for some people, stopping what they're doing for an hour can be really difficult.
Yes.
The people that are going 100 miles an hour all the time.
Yes.
And so I imagine you see that too with some of your clients, that to get them to just stop, try to clear their head, and just really try to disconnect for an hour can be difficult.
Well, and that's all the more reason it's needed, because we are in this mindset of thinking going bigger, stronger, faster, more is better. But really, the better comes when we just slow down in that present moment and listen and feel and get out of your head and connect with your body and your breath. And that's how we truly heal the body from the inside out.
Right.
So.
And yoga, I'm assuming, and please correct me if I'm wrong, has its beginnings in Asian thinking and some of that thought process, right? When we're talking about energy and these types of things with our bodies?
Yes, yes. So a lot of people think, there's a lot of misconceptions that we're maybe in there, worshiping Hindu gods and that sort of thing. I play a lot of inspirational music. Essentially, the goal to me is clearing your life force energy and preparing your body to receive the Holy Spirit, quite honestly. So that is where the true healing takes place. And there's a lot of different types of yoga, and people kind of get into the gimmick part of it all and, take away, to me, just the whole intention of the healing process and what you're actually doing and connecting your body to the divine.
Right. But at its basics, it's all about the breathing, the energy, the relaxing.
Absolutely.
Isn't
yes.
that really
yes.
what you're striving for
Absolutely.
with your clients and folks who are doing it?
Yes. And just relieving stress and getting out of your head and kind of detaching from the outside world for a little bit. Because we seem to live in our head and detached from our bodies. And our bodies speak to us all the time. So every ache, pain, and feeling that you're getting, that's your body speaking to you. So with the Lift Each Other Up Foundation, we're really going out there and trying to educate people on the energetic centers of the body, the emotions that are associated with those, and how to clear that energy through breath and movement to help relieve stress and anxiety.
Right. And you mentioned earlier that you are offering now free yoga sessions for first responders.
Correct.
And teachers as
Correct.
we get ready to go back to school, which
Yes.
is happening earlier this week, and San Juan College starts in another week or so.
Yep.
And so have you gotten some response, and have you gotten some reactions from some first-time yoga people that are
Oh, yes.
completely now on the bandwagon?
Yes, teachers were all about it. I'm doing Saturdays now. This coming Saturday is the first one through September 14th at 9 o'clock. So right now, those classes have already filled, and we have wait lists. But please still sign up on the wait list because people schedule changes and
They drop off and
they
whatever,
do,
sure.
and we'll get you in.
How many at a time?
15.
Okay.
Yeah. First responders are trickling in,
Okay.
but that's because they're used to giving and not receiving. I get that too, you know.
Right.
But hopefully, eventually, we'll get more of those. But yeah, still quite a few. I'd say a handful have come through.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And you're right. I imagine it's a mindset change for some of these first responders and folks who
Absolutely.
are always on call and always ready to go at a moment's notice, and to be able to stop and disconnect can be a real
Yeah.
difficult change to accept.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. And I totally understand it. But
Right.
they still need to do it.
They do. Right. They do.
Yeah.
And so the foundation's so brand new. You said it started maybe in June.
Yes.
This summer.
Yes.
What's your goal then? To keep growing and to keep offering some of these things for our communities?
Absolutely. Yeah. If as long as the funding is there, we're just going to keep on going to where, and it's kind of like my commercial business, Sold In Hot Yoga. Everything's kind of grown organically, and I've just opened it up and put it out there, and whatever comes, we kind of go from there. We've never borrowed any money, or I'm not one to really even ask for donations either, so this is kind of different for me too. But
Right.
I look at it as, we're all in this together. It's community, and it's serving those in need within our community. So if people would like to donate and support the mission, they can go to lifteachotherupfoundation.org and make a donation, or soldinhotyoga.com if they'd like to schedule a class.
Okay. And with this foundation, and you said you were new to the community, right? So
5 years this year,
5
in
years.
September. Yeah.
Okay. And so when you got here, you mentioned that you could tell that the community, there wasn't a lot of yoga. There was some yoga, but not maybe as much as you felt there needed to be.
Correct.
In a community this size. And so I said in this 5 years, so you're seeing some improvements, some changes in our communal energy and things like that?
Yes, I think so. What do you think? You feel it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if
You
I
gotta
feel
get
it.
in the den, Scott.
I guess I do, because I'm not sure if I do, but I know our community's in a time of transition
Yes.
economically, and so I know there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of questioning and maybe some fear in some folks, and so I guess I get that.
Yeah.
But I imagine that this is a way that, I don't know if it can solve all of our problems, but can certainly help us to accept these changes that are coming and that are happening to us, and things that we don't have control over.
Absolutely. Yes, I think so. It's hard to put ourselves first. We tend to, especially as mothers, I know, and as maybe breadwinners or fathers, you're constantly going and
Sure.
giving, and to be able to stop and even just take 1 hour out of the week for yourself to slow down and connect. But it is absolutely 100% a game changer if you do. I know I was there. I just speak from straight up experience, and this practice has saved my life. And because of that, I've made it my mission to just share it with as many people as I can. One thing I did want to mention too that we're doing, and we've been doing all summer, beginning in May through October, at the new Durango Joe's on East Main.
Right.
I've been doing
Known as the Waterfall Durango Joe's,
Correct.
I think, right? As
Yes.
Jamie Church would say from the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, and
Right.
Jamie's been to this.
Okay.
She's a big supporter. On the patio there outside, we've been doing yoga classes as fundraisers for the Kathy Lincoln Memorial Cancer Fund.
Nice. Right.
So that's another opportunity if people want to kind of just get a taste of it before they actually would want to come
Okay.
to a studio. But
So what do I need if I want to come? And I've never done it before. What do
You
I need?
just
Do I
need
need
to
my
show
mat?
up.
Do I need a mat?
nope,
No.
I've got mats.
Okay.
I
Clothes,
just
I
need-
can't wear this, can
Well,
I? I'm not in
no,
a yoga outfit.
Stretchy pants, Scott.
Okay. I think we're all grateful for those, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I need.
Yep, that's it.
And that's
Yeah,
it.
That's it.
And get ready to,
Bring some water.
and some water.
Yeah.
And get ready to relax and maybe stretch a little bit and move
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. Slow down, breathe, get out of your head, little stretch. Yeah, and it's truly a good workout too.
Right.
You're gonna move, but there's modifications, so you can go as much or as little as you like. And I say it all the time. This is your class, not mine. Your body and breath guide you, not me. So, absolutely no judgment, no criticism. We've all got something that we need to let go of, and we're all in it together. So.
Very good.
Yeah.
And it sounds like there are plenty of opportunities to sign up for these opportunities, right? These
Yes.
classes and whatever it takes.
Yep.
And now that you talked about hot yoga, and we have kind of regular yoga. Are there other types of yoga that we're not even talking about yet?
There's other styles out there,
Styles is
and
the
yeah,
term,
probably
yes.
styles, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not truly familiar with all of them. I think people ask, do you do regular room temp yoga? And I don't, because I've done that before, versus the hot yoga. And to me, hot yoga takes it to a whole new level.
So how hot are we talking about, Staci?
It depends on how hot it is outside.
Okay, all right.
In the
So like
winter,
this week when it's like 95.
yeah, we probably get it to around 100, but what really kicks it
Okay.
in is the humidity.
I see.
And that's kind of just self-made from us all being in a cozy little space together and breathing. But it's probably around 40 to 60% humidity is what I try to keep it at.
Okay.
And it's, and I say it all the time, it's a different kind of hot, if that makes
Right,
any sense.
sure.
Um,
Well, you're not in layers and layers of clothing either.
Yeah,
so
and it's not sun pounding down on you hot. It's really just a cleansing, detoxing hot, and it feels truly good.
Right.
And it's a great way to make it hot outside feel cool when you leave.
Sure.
So,
And some of these outdoor events then that are obviously are not hot, and maybe if
Yeah.
you have them in the morning, it may be 70 degrees, 60
Yeah,
degrees, and that's
yeah.
not too cold to do this either.
no, because you'll warm up as you're moving and as you're breathing as well.
I
So,
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So try it,
Yes.
is
Yeah.
what I hear you saying.
Don't knock it till you try.
No, that's true. That's,
Yes.
that's very true. And I don't want to knock it because I know there are a lot of people, like I said, that love it
Yeah.
and do it and swear by it because
Yeah.
it really has been a life changer for them, and it sounds like for you.
Yes, it has. It has. So and a lot of men are starting to latch onto it as well. I've got rodeo cowboys and, retired cops and firefighters and, so
Something for everyone.
yeah.
Is what
yeah.
you've said. And all ages, too.
Yeah, and my kids do it. My kids have been doing yoga since they were, 5 and 7 maybe.
Okay.
And they know now when they need it. When they are feeling a little funky, they're like, I need to get in there, Mom.
Right.
So, and it's totally helped them.
Okay.
And that's really what kind of probably got me so interested in it when I was struggling and mentally and emotionally thinking, how am I going to raise kids? I can't even get through the day on my own. There's got to be a better way. So yeah.
You figured it out.
I did.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
And so again, you've got a Facebook page.
I do.
I know
I
for
do.
both the foundation and the company.
Yes.
Right? And folks can follow along there and get more information about some of these events that are coming up.
Yep. Sold in Hot Yoga or sold on Facebook or soldinhotyoga.com is my website. And then Lift Each Other Up Foundation or lifteachotherupfoundation.org if they would like to learn more about the foundation or make a donation and support the mission.
Okay. And the next event that's coming up is the Yoga with the Special Olympics athletes on September 28th. And that's going to be at the Civitan Park North, you said.
Yes, at 3 o'clock. It's
Okay.
free.
That could be another hot yoga.
Yeah.
Depending on the temperature.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
could
know.
be.
We'll see.
I think we're going to be in the shade, though.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Very good. Well, Staci, I appreciate you coming in. It's been great
Thanks
to
for
talk
having
to you.
me. Oh, my gosh. Great talking to you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thanks
Thanks.
for being here.
Uh-huh.
Staci Zweschper, my guest here from the Lift Each Other Up Foundation, my guest on KSJE and our Friday Spotlight program. I'll be back with more in just a moment, everybody. This is KSJE Farmington.